Welcome back to Take a Microwave, where our opinions are often off script, but always on brand. I know y'all missed us. It's been a good 2 weeks without a show. Don't worry, we still posted content for y'all, but we're back. As always, I'm your host, Jay Nizza. And to my right,
it never gets better. Every week it just is
sick. And to my right,
it's your girl, Macy.
You know what? But I don't hate her. Whatever.
No, she does. Every time I sing before the show, she's a hater. I'm gonna record it next time. It's okay.
As y'all can see, we are in a different location. Don't worry. It doesn't matter. It won't stop us. Whatever. We fight through everything, adversity. So don't mind us. This is for y'all. We do it for y'all. We have a action-packed show today. USC football. We're not holding anything back. Lonzo and that knee. Malik Nabers. And, of course, the spit heard round the world, as you saw in the title. Traeshon Holden getting ejected. We have a lot to talk about. A lot of football. A little bit of knee. But let's get right into it. USC football versus Penn State. Overtime loss. For those that didn't see.
If you didn't see, you're lucky. You're very lucky.
The emotions, roller coaster. I
think the problem was we felt good in the first half. And whenever USC plays, you don't usually feel good in the first half.
Ever. This season, mind you.
Yeah. And we felt good. However, she was like, I just feel like we should have had 2 more scores, like 2 more touchdowns.
Did I jinx it? I'm sorry.
No, she didn't jinx it. It was all on them. It was literally all on them.
What's your first takeaway? Most important from this game?
That Dennis should be our kicker. Our kicker is absolutely trash.
Michael.
I don't know what Lincoln saw in him.
I need to watch his Minnesota tape.
Literally.
Was it Minnesota? It was.
I don't know where he came from.
I need to watch his tape because this was the most important kick of your career, potentially.
Literally.
We would have won. We would have won overtime, right?
No, they get a chance.
Oh, we could have tied.
Yeah, if we stopped them. And our defense was playing pretty well, so I feel like they could have gotten a stop.
And the thing is, their offense didn't even try because they know they just needed to kick the win.
Literally.
They didn't even try. They just ran the ball just haphazardly. They didn't even get anywhere. They didn't care.
And I was just so disappointed because I said that's the little thing. Like when you're at the 25-yard line,
the little things.
You cannot miss a field goal. I think he was at the 22. You cannot miss a field goal. That's literally that's the extra, you don't miss those.
That's your job. Like I said, I'm always understanding, you don't know how hard it is, the pressure. Yeah. But it's been too early in the season and too consistent.
Literally. I was nice the LSU game where he missed 2 or 3. I think it was 2.
Literally. The first game.
Literally.
I'm like, who's this? Y'all saw our episode. We said, where's Dennis?
I said, why are you here?
Where's Dennis?
Because I'm I don't remember Dennis missing like that. I only remember maybe 3.
There was one big game.
I was one big game and everything else.
You can't be doing this.
Yeah.
Rest of the season?
It didn't really matter.
I didn't even watch Dennis kick. I'm mattered. So sorry.
I'm
I knew Dennis would make it.
Literally.
I never watched him. I was like, all right, next.
Literally. This guy, I'm here we go.
I gotta cross my fingers.
I don't know. I just feel like it was a mistake, personally. And I'm Lincoln, you have Dennis over there. This man should not be kicking. But I know tomorrow we're going to sit there and be like, there he is.
I wonder, was Dennis that much of a problem that you needed to bring someone from the portal?
Literally.
That's what I'm really
But they said it was for range, but I'm
you're missing simple kicks.
Literally. I'm I don't get it. I'm how can you kick from a farther range, but you can't kick from the 30-yard line? That doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't understand it.
I don't understand. I'm okay, well...
I wash my hands of this.
Literally.
Michael, you gotta go.
Immediately. I'm not even sorry. Get out. You've gotten too many chances. Leave.
That was one of my takeaways. We're eye and eye on that one.
Yeah.
What's your next one?
I'm sorry. I think this L was also Lincoln's fault. I think we've seen a lot of bad play calling. We've been okay,
offensively?
Yeah, I think offensively. I think
I'm shocked.
No, I think he struggled this game. We had the chance to get a touchdown with like 2 minutes left.
In regular time?
Yeah, and we would have won. And Lincoln had 3 timeouts, and he was not managing the clock at all. And I was sitting there like, hello. And then it was like, I think we had
all his fault? That is
this game is his fault. This game is his fault.
But I feel like, wait. I'll say during mine, but I'll keep talking.
It's his fault because it's like that critical moment. It was going to be a neck and neck game anyways because USC has struggled. We've had injuries, like we've struggled. So my thing is, there was no reason we shouldn't have won that game right there. You gave Miller an inexperienced quarterback. He is inexperienced. I don't care. He has inexperienced young receivers, and you gave him 17 seconds to make one of the best plays of the season. And to me, I'm sorry, that was a toss up. Just being like, and you picked Deuce to make it. Okay.
No,
I get it.
He sucks. Just kidding.
The only reason I get it is because they were, I don't know where Jacoby was, missing in action again. and then Kyron, I don't know where he was. And it was like, okay, Deuce probably gives us the best, like, for error purposes. We know Miller overthrows the ball.
We say 1v1 every time. Deuce is not consistent.
Well, no, Jacoby, if you put someone on there, he wants to call so bad. He wants to call so bad.
But Makai was cutting. He had the most receptions in yard that game.
I wouldn't give it to Makai either. I understand. Because my thing is, he's overthrowing the ball. So I understand why he picks the height. He's saying, okay, this is the biggest place there. He's like, this will manage the errors. But, Deuce, I feel bad because you put so much pressure on him. And he's so young.
That's my second, key takeaway. Our team is young. Like you said, Miller's inexperienced. All our receivers, aside from Kyron, they're sophomores.
I agree.
Of course we're not Big Ten ready. Our team is young. We don't have any leadership. I don't care what you say about Kyron. He has not produced enough to prove that he's wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
Like you said with Jacoby, obviously Jack can't be guarded.
At all.
Deuce is unreliable, 1v1 unreliable. Makai, he just came back from injury. Why is he leading receptions and yards?
That makes he had a great game. I think he had a great game.
You know that meme?
Makai had a good game.
Y'all were starving that game. And again, Woody with the second most receptions and yards. What are we doing?
Woody was frustrated. You could tell.
He's
just
tired.
Running down that field.
That's why they gave Quentin that little Quentin, you outdid yourself. I'm happy. I'm proud. But that's the thing. Our team is so young and experienced, and we said this last week. Y'all didn't know, but I put so much pressure on Miller to perform in the Big Ten. Miller has not even played
in the Pac-12.
Thank you. He played 5 games? I don't even know the amount, but you expect him to play in the Big Ten. I kind of agree with you. You expect Miller Moss in 17 seconds to make a big play.
Yeah.
With what receivers? But do I say it's all Lincoln's fault? No, I do think Miller, first of all, awareness, got to get better. And placement of the ball, got to get better. Yeah. But I agree with you, okay, clock management.
Yeah.
But I really want to say offense didn't. They did their thing on the stat sheet, but if y'all were watching the game, it's little things that we cannot continue to do in the Big Ten. We can't.
Listen, maybe it's not Lincoln's fault this game, but I just feel like the whole season he hasn't set his team up to be the best. My thing is...
In what ways do you think?
Number 1, I think Miller and Jaden should constantly be fighting for a spot. I don't think it should be it's Miller, it's Miller, it's Miller.
Thank you.
That's stupid to me because... Miller is making mistakes. Miller is still growing. I don't feel like you should...
What conference did Jaden play in?
Didn't he come from Utah?
Yeah.
Or
no, Utah's... No, it's not.
Las Vegas. So
We will find it.
I don't know what conference he played in, but to me, I don't think...
Mountain West. Which is pretty stacked. I think the Mountain West, they can go neck to neck with the Pac-12.
I agree. So my thing is... I don't understand how it's just Miller and nothing else. He just said in an interview today that Miller's still starting. Which Miller can start, but I'm for you not to keep the competition.
Yeah.
I feel like that's crazy.
Especially with the whole captain things and every week earning your spot. I understand what you're saying. Miller, I get it. You don't want to hurt a man's ego, but for Jaden to come in and like just agree to sit for an entire year.
It's crazy.
You're wasting his eligibility. You're wasting his talent. How is he growing in the year that he's sitting? He's gonna sit for the year, then start next year?
Literally.
How is he growing? Playing against our defense?
That's
how is he growing?
I'm literally confused. Like, I don't get it. Like, I'm like, I just feel like this team, like,
they need young, fresh legs. They need an arm, they need legs, they need just some excitement. I'm not saying Miller's not exciting, but I do think our team currently relies on our receivers for excitement. I think
I agree.
Caleb was exciting in and of himself, his aura, his personality, and his playmaking.
Yeah.
Miller just seems, I'm not hating, he's just very cut and dry.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what culture are you building? Because even, like, we were talking about how the O-line, it does not seem like they like Miller. Miller was getting dogged. When I tell you, like, the other team was walking up to him, talking in his face, and his O-line said, "What are you gonna say?"
Said, y'all just gonna let him say that?
I was literally mad. I was screaming. I was like, y'all are not gonna defend your quarterback like that? Like, they did not care. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. I've never seen nothing like that. Like,
the O-line's always like the first to quick to like, don't touch our quarterback.
And I feel like if that was Caleb, they would have said back up off him.
Quickly.
Like, so that's
we've
why
actually seen it happen.
Literally, that's why I'm like, what is the disconnect between Miller and his O-line? Like, it just seems like there's something there to where they can't get it together.
And your last takeaway?
My last one was just the receivers. I think we kind of touched on that.
Yeah.
It's just like every game we're like, who is wide receiver one?
Every game.
And I'm like, at this point, it doesn't seem like it's going to be Kyron. It doesn't seem like it's going to be Jacoby.
Jacoby's sold. He had me. I'm sorry. There was a week, and I'm glad it didn't post. We said, you know what, Jack? But then we said, you can't say you can't be guarded. You have to be consistent. And what has he done? Not be consistent. Any of them. If Makai plays this weekend amazingly, he's the most consistent out of all the receivers.
However, y'all already know, I heard Lake's making a comeback. So if Lake get on that field,
Lake is number one in my eyes.
Let me just tell you, when I saw Lake's replacements, I said, oh Lord Jesus. I said, I feel the hole on the field. I said, we have to get Lake back immediately.
That's my thing. Like, when we were talking about experience, our, like, best offensive player, Woody, is a grad student.
Literally.
Next best, Miller, I guess, and he's a senior.
That's what we said.
And he's still inexperienced.
Yes, we were saying our depth chart just lacks that experience. Like, there's too big of a jump between, like, the 1 and 2. Like, there's too big of a jump.
That's why I don't think we have a one. Literally last year, y'all, I'm telling you, Brendan, Taj, Mike Jack, Rio, even Dorian, enough to where we can give them plays off and Dorian can make a touchdown here or there. Like, we had experience. Yeah. We had people that wanted it and consistency. I'm sitting here like, what are we doing day in, day out? Do I think next year we will be better? I do think, junior year, Brendan's sophomore year, we were like,
oh yeah, I was like, he dropping the ball.
Literally. And then junior year, snap. So I do think, with some help, but
I think it's a maturity thing. I really do think if Jacoby and Deuce get it together, that's going to be a good duo. I pray they stay here.
And Jacoby has that, he be celebrating. He got that personality.
That factor, for sure.
Not too much. But, my last takeaway was our defense. They say defense wins championships. Yeah. We had 3 interceptions.
They ate it up.
I can't tell you how many times Anthony Lucas pressured the QB, forcing errors. We were stopping the run early on. Early on, shall I say. But we were doing great. Defensively, I was like, I have no notes. But still, I can't ask for more when Eric Gentry's gone. Mm-hmm. What's his face? Anthony is hurt. We're playing. I see Prophet on the field. I see a couple players that shouldn't be. But, hey, John Humphrey. They do their thing. He did have a little flat pass defended. Zion, I will not forgive you for that touchdown. I don't care. I won't forgive you. But I will say, no notes from our defense.
Yeah, I think I was surprised by Akili and Easton because I feel like they're wishy-washy and
then leading the team in tackles.
And y'all know Easton pissed me off when he slammed that guy the other week and cost us 15 yards. But they ate down this game. Kamari, as always, eating up dog right there. However, I will say number 44 ate y'all up. Number 44 on Penn State. One guy.
That's why I'm saying, like, our defense are about one man.
Literally, all I could scream was they're going to 44 every time.
It wasn't even just the first half. Then y'all said let's adjust. The whole game.
Hold on. I need to look up his weight because I swear I was sitting there and it took so many of our guys to pull him down. Like when I tell y'all 2-3 guys and he was still stepping over us. I don't know what it was.
And the thing is, it wasn't like he was running stick routes. The man's big. He's a tight end. He's not running stick routes. He's putting the ball's getting put in his hand.
He's a tank. He's 6'6", 257 pounds. Good Lord. He's a tank.
But it's also no excuse. If you see he's hunting the same guy, you need to be 2v1. Or at least our best slot defender, Greedy, against him. Somebody. He's not even in the slot. Greedy shouldn't even be on him. 2 versus 1. I don't understand. Why are we playing zone with somebody that you know he's gonna throw to him every single time? Every time.
And when I tell you Kamari came running across the field to get somebody else, I said, oh my God, thank God he's smart. Thank God he's intelligent and anticipates the ball because he would have been gone.
And also the missed tackles on him, y'all know he's bigger. But at the end of the day, you can't always wrap up with somebody that big. I get it.
I agree.
Alas, for moving forward against this weekend, we are both 3-3. UMD, their number 1 wide receiver, he leads the Big Ten in receptions and yards. We cannot have this type of 44 playing against UMD's receiver. Number 1 in the Big Ten. We can't. Now running backs, we're even matched their quarterbacks just like Miller, but we cannot be. We need to wrap up.
I'm nervous because I saw an article where their coach said that they were making some big changes, and I know we're not making no changes. We're gonna keep rolling.
Literally. Dare I look at the depth chart for this weekend? If it's even up.
I did look at it. That's how I found out Lake might be back either this game or the next game.
October 9th, so we have to wait. Got it.
Yeah.
They always post on the night of.
I don't know, guys. It's if you asked me a few weeks ago, I would have said I'm not worried about Maryland
at all. 3-3,
but now we 3-3 too. So
literally,
we'll see.
I honestly, maybe this is a hot take. I'll say it with a straight face. We should be undefeated.
Michigan, we could have beat
Michigan.
Penn State, literally right there.
Have won. In Minnesota,
that
we
was
should
just
have won.
Disappointing.
So we should have won.
There's no reason to me that they shouldn't be undefeated. I agree.
I do think that our losses, aside from Penn State definitely. All of our losses are small things that we need to fix to be better. Which I get is our first year, but I do think Jaden should be under the helm, learning these small mistakes to get better.
No, literally, I feel so bad just looking at him. I'm like,
Miller era is over.
Literally, Miller could be messing up. I'm like, do you not like Jaden? I'm so confused. Miller could literally throw 3 interceptions in a row, and I think he would say, you know what, son,
chance.
We're gonna try again.
Bit passive he is. Even with Caleb couldn't run.
Oh my gosh.
He could barely walk. I don't care if you do the little Karate Kid trick during halftime. He could barely walk. And then he said, and after he's like, we don't want to take him out when he's fighting for his team and he's saying that he wants to play. You have to be a coach in that point, thinking, come on. Anyways, any last things to get off your chest about USC football?
No, I'm very concerned because we lost Eric and Anthony, but
yeah.
From what I see, the freshmen are excited to step up, which I like, and I feel like the defense is our stronger half. Unfortunately,
I'm nervous though. All of our defenders, our best ones, are leaving. I do believe Easton and Achille are grads.
I don't care after I'm gone. So
that is fair.
I don't have to watch it in person, so I can turn it off.
That is fair.
So I don't know. I think they should be fine. I'm really concerned about the offense. The offense needs a whole turnaround. O-line, receivers, Miller, just a mess.
Who did we get from the portal? Jay?
Literally, who did we get from the portal?
I think Lincoln was very excited and relied on his receivers, but
he's better than
me. And Kyle? Come on, Link. What?
Why did we get him back?
To block.
No, literally to block. And he barely be doing that, so.
Speaking of blocking, let's talk about the spit. heard around the world.
Oh.
If y'all didn't, first of all, that game was it. That game was electrifying. I was on the edge of my seat the whole game. Oregon, dogs. Every single year, dogs. But anyways, Traeshon Holden, pretty sure he's a senior. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think so.
They got into it a little. You know how I'm always like, we don't know what he said to him. We don't know what was uttered, the other player. But alas, they were scrapping a little bit. Traeshon spit in his face. Now, mind you, go watch the video. The other player dragged it out. He was like this. Ah. Then he went and got a rag from the sideline. He was wiping his eye. He was like, ah. I get it. You want the penalty like people roll on the ground in soccer? I get it. Anyways, he spit in his face. He was ejected. Our reaction, do you think spitting deserves ejection? And do you think spitting was warranted in that case?
Did
you watch the game first?
I didn't watch the game. I did watch a clip.
They were fighting for me.
Okay.
Anyways, continue.
I come from a household where spitting is never okay. Like, spitting is literally like grounds where it's like, yeah, fight. Like, yeah, like literally fight. 100%. So my thing is like, I don't think there's anything anyone could say to me to make me spit on you. Like, spit to me is
that's never like a reaction.
Literally, that's why I'm like,
I don't know how you. I'm like, I need to beat her up, but never like.
Plus, I'd be like, half the time when I play sports, my mouth be dry. So like,
cotton.
How did you get that spit out?
It was probably like a little nibble. I didn't even see the spit, to be fair, but I did see the action of spitting.
My thing is, if someone spit on me, I'm like, I know I'm blacking out. I'm not remember where I am, and I'm gonna beat you up.
For sure.
There's no like spit.
Scope the scenery out.
Imagine it hits your lip, bruh. I'm killing you. Like, I can't do it. I can't.
And this happened before in conversation, and I'm just like.
Bro, no, literally. So my thing is, if someone intentionally just hacks up spit and spits it in my face, dirty. I don't care. Like, yes, I do think you should be ejected, because what are you thinking? Like, why would you spit your bodily function? What if you have COVID? What if you were sick? Like, why would you do that? So my thing is like,
just lack of maturity.
I think they're trying to be like, that's gross. Like, why would you get out? Like, so sure. I understand like giving them penalty and being like, bro, leave. Because my thing is also like, in that moment, you're not thinking about your team. You're just thinking, oh, let me get back in.
Exactly.
And I'm like,
you're letting your emotions get the best of you.
He almost costed his team the game.
Literally.
15 yards.
That's what I'm saying. Like, even if you have your star wide receiver, it doesn't matter. You don't know what could happen to him in the next play.
Literally.
And he's also an amazing receiver himself. I'm like, Traeshon, what are you doing?
That's what I'm like.
That's why I always think, like, maybe I'm too pathetic, but I'm like, what did he say to him?
Yeah.
Because think, like you said, that's not a reaction.
Literally.
Like, so it had to be something like diabolically crazy. I remember we were talking, I was like, they don't want it enough. I would be saying freaky stuff the whole game. Not, oh, I'm gonna punch you, I'm gonna hit your mom, I'm gonna do this. No, I would be saying freaky stuff to throw him off their game. So I wonder, like, what was said to make him spit.
Literally, I'm like, I should think like, oh, I'm gonna spit on. I don't get.
I would have to actually think of
literally.
I would
literally,
like,
it would never just be like a reaction. Like a reaction, I feel like is like when you throw a punch.
Literally, kick, slap, spit.
Spit is crazy.
Where is he from? Matt Franklin?
No, literally, because I'm like, who does it? Did you read his apology?
No, I didn't.
Everybody was saying like
Florida. Where's Macy from?
I'm from Arizona.
Where's Macy?
I was born in Arizona.
But also, like, come on, Traeshon, you're 23 years old, you're grown. I get it, emotions express you, but first of all, this can't happen. You're a senior. You don't want this to hurt your stock. You don't want this to have a bad look on your name, because first of all, he hasn't done this before, but now people know him as the dude that spit.
No, literally.
I'm not saying NFL teams are gonna be like, because they took Jalen Carter, so clearly. But still, literally. Like, I'm just saying, first of all, you're a black man in a world that doesn't cater to black men. You gotta be smarter. You're playing the sport that you're on national television. You gotta be smarter. Like, come on.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's an unfortunate situation, because I'm like, I say every week, like, especially our team just shows me things where I'm like, bro, that's literally immaturity. That's like, you need to learn how to control your emotions. Like, that's not even like just in football, that's in life. Yeah. Like, you can't just be getting mad over little stuff, because I'm like, that'll get you in trouble for
and
real.
They're doing it intentionally. Yeah. Like, I'm sure they're saying stuff there. Like, when Zach and the other dude were fighting from some team, I'm like, they're doing it to tee you up.
Literally.
You get the flag, they move forward. It's on purpose.
They got you.
And if you let something like this tee you up in life, how do you react? Now Macy's gonna read his apology because let's see what he said.
Dear Oregon teammates, coaches, fans, and Davison Igbinosun?
That's the player he's been.
Yeah. I want to sincerely apologize for my actions during our recent game. My actions were not only disrespectful, but also a betrayal of values of sportsmanship, integrity, and respect that I strive to embody as a student athlete.
Great PR.
To my Oregon family, I'm truly sorry for letting you down. You have shown me the importance of teamwork, discipline, and respect, and my actions in the moment did not reflect these core principles. I recognize that this has negatively affected our team's reputation, and I deeply regret putting us in that situation.
I feel like this is pretty good.
He's low-key
taking advantage, or what is it? He's acknowledging accountability. Yeah.
To Ohio State, I offer my sincerest apologies for my behavior. It was completely unacceptable and a momentary lapse in my judgment. Yeah. Control your emotions.
100%.
I want to emphasize that this incident does not reflect who I am as a person or the values I aim to uphold.
I can stand by this because he hasn't done this before.
Okay, I agree. Moving forward, I'm committed to making meaningful changes, not only in managing my emotions during competition, but in setting a better example for my teammates and the broader community. I am determined to demonstrate growth and maturity, both on and off the field, and I hope to earn back the trust of those I've let down. This incident has been a valuable lesson, and I'm dedicated to becoming a better player, teammate, and positive role model in our community.
I feel like you can't do more than that.
Yeah.
It's written, it's not a video.
However, some people are like, this gives AI trolling in his comments, but I'm like,
I mean,
that's why I think he turned him off.
I think he didn't have to apologize, but because he is on a pedestal,
I think it's only because his coach was like, oh, he's gonna have a more severe punishment. Like, we're gonna handle it
in-house.
Yeah. So,
which is understandable.
And people were like, do you think he's gonna play? And I was like, I think he's gonna play.
I do think spitting, though, it should be actually, I don't really care, personally. I don't care if he apologized or not. Yeah. He was ejected from the game.
I agree. I feel like that was his punishment.
Exactly.
But I get it because I feel like they have publicized this so much. Like, even I was trying to look at, because they said this is the third incident to happen. And I was
with him?
No, just in the season. So I was trying to find the other two. I could not find them. So I was like, why
journalism?
I was like, why? Nobody was saying the names of the other players. So I was like, why are we just emphasizing him?
Yeah.
So I did feel bad, but maybe it's like those were smaller teams or something. So
I do feel like definitely was a lapse of judgment, but the apology was fine. I don't think he could have gotten better. Yeah. Speaking of lapse of judgment, Malik Nabers. Concussion protocol. We don't know how serious his concussion is. They don't tell you. They just say day to day, indefinite, whatever. He went to a concert. I can't remember. I believe it was Future concert.
No, Travis Scott.
And a fan took a photo of him and posted it. A reporter asked his head coach, "What are you doing?" He said he's handling in-house. I don't think it's a big deal. I've had many concussions. I understand how bad they are, but I don't know how bad his concussion is first, let me say. But my concussions were bad. Even just listening to music, trying to focus on homework were terrible. I do think though, Malik, you need to take your brain seriously. Your brain, you cannot get a new one. You cannot have surgery and fix it. There are certain things you can't fix. Even if your concussion is minor, you need to take your brain seriously. A concert is definitely one of the worst places you could be. That being said, I don't know how bad your concussion is. Only you know what you can handle. But what I hate that people are saying is like, they pay him this amount of money and it sounds like you're calling him an animal. Like he's a slave, like he's stock. And he needs to do this to take care of his body for them. But technically, he does.
Yeah,
but
you signed that contract.
I think for yourself, Malik, yeah, it's not a good look. But do I think it's the end of the world and he should be punished publicly and all this? No. Rookie, now you know, do better.
Yeah, I think my problem is I feel like if the league or your like where you are, your team has not put in certain rules, I don't feel like because people on the outside are like amplifying it, like,
yes,
oh, coach,
exactly.
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I don't think then you can be like, hey, you should have known this, blah, blah, blah. Because I'm like, if that's not part of the protocol, then he's free to do what he wants. Like,
absolutely agree.
So I feel like it's making this whole big thing where he was like, oh, we're gonna handle it in-house, like being all serious.
I think that was just like a good response.
I get it.
Because you don't
but
want,
I'm
like, if you say, like, we're going to do this, then it's like...
That's fair. But I'm like, I just feel like if the NFL took concussion seriously, this wouldn't be a problem. Because my thing is, then people would be like, okay, I know I have to stay at home. Like,
right.
But I'm like, if you guys aren't even recognizing concussions or acknowledging
Josh Allen.
Literally, until it gets to the point where someone's like very much injured.
Dead
like,
on the field,
literally.
basically.
And then you want to be like, oh, concussions are important.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where you get this line of like they don't take them seriously. So
for sure.
I feel like it's crazy to me to go to a Travis Scott concert because I've been to one and like the flashing lights, the music. It's like
of all the artists,
literally Travis Scott is insane. He has that big old freaking roller coaster going in the middle of the concert.
His music is very hype. It's very loud.
Everybody's jumping.
Exactly.
Literally. So I'm like, that to me doesn't feel like the best place to be. But I feel like it's hard for me to say like they know their body because I feel like football players are always like taught to be like push through pain.
Yeah.
So
and even if they know their body, oh, what's one concert gonna do? Yeah. We know how reckless men can be.
Yeah. So I'm like, was this more of like I'm not in pain and I feel like I can go, or was it more of like I'm mad that I'm on concussion protocol, like I don't feel like I should be, so yeah, I'm just gonna do what I want. Like
I don't feel like he was acting out. I don't know him obviously, but I feel like he's more sensible. But maybe he was just being irresponsible.
Yeah, I mean, I read the NFL's protocol, and I don't know what phase he's in, but I know phase 1 says that you aren't supposed to be doing any activities that will worsen your symptoms.
And that's definitely
one of those activities. So I don't know what phase he is. It just seems a little immature because I feel like you know how people are going to take it and to take the picture with the fan. I'm not saying
that's why I think like he has to like learn. Sometimes you have to learn through air. Like we probably think like you shouldn't do this. Like you know how people are, but he probably like, man, I'm going to see Travis Scott. But like now he knows like I gotta think like, oh, now I'm an NFL player. Like
plus I think
everything I do.
If I was like, hey Travis, I love the concert, I'd probably go too. So like I don't blame him, but I'm like, I get it. Like it's all in your head, and like maybe he committed to it before he got the concussion.
That's
so
fair. And he paid money. Like I get it. But I do agree. Like what one point you brought up, like you have to be more aware now that since you're on a high pedestal, because he's like obviously out and he was wearing like chrome hearts. Have you seen the meme? He's wearing like on the sidelines like chrome hearts. Like,
I did see that.
They're like, this man hates his team, and they're like, chrome hearts is tough. Like I understand. Like it's so weird. Like the things that fans will pick on. No, they're like, he needs to be wearing Giants gear. Does it matter?
They literally want you to be crying on the sideline, like begging to get back in.
Just because he's wearing a sweatshirt, he hates his team. I'm so confused.
I'm like, do you not see what the guys in the NBA be wearing on the bench? Be happy to be on the bench. Literally. And y'all don't say nothing about LeBron or random.
So now I feel like, Malik, you have to understand, like, you're now going to be scrutinized as even such a high level. They're going to be so picky for no reason. I said, he hates his team. It's crazy.
Insane.
But I don't know. I think I agree with what you said, and Malik, now you know.
Yeah, so I think it's just the rookie curve, you know.
Yeah, that's it. Not a rook no more.
Literally.
Just kidding. We'll give you the year to mess up. Speaking of messing up, Lonzo, how that knee feel? It's been what, 2 years? It's definitely felt like longer.
They were dragging it. They said it's been 1,000 days.
Definitely. I feel like it was like 5 years.
No, I was like, he's coming back. I said.
I thought he was done for. Literally. I didn't even think he would step foot in the league again.
At all. I was like, I've never seen someone fight this hard.
Ever. I watched so many videos of like, it's because this, so much speculation. I don't know. I'm pretty sure knee things are genetic. I don't know. A donated meniscus is crazy.
Like, insane, actually. Because what? One, I was looking at the surgery because I was like, I know like of ACL like repair and stuff, but I'm like
the surgery
meniscus because like especially in like biology and thing, they tell you like, oh, when you lose your cartilage, you're done. So my thing is meniscus is a type of cartilage. So they put it. You can like get a new piece, but it's like they have all these requirements, and they said it has to be like the right size. You know, it has to be healthy. Like you have to be under like I think it's like 40 years old.
The money for it.
You have to be under 40. You have to be very athletic. Like you can't be overweight and like all this stuff. And it's like you can't. Basically, you have a piece of cartilage and you have 2 bones.
Oh here. Yeah, you can stop. I just seen a photo of it.
Yeah, you did. You have 2 pieces here, and this cartilage of these bones can't. Like be worn down.
Oh my gosh.
Because if it's worn down, they can't give it to you.
Oh my gosh.
That's your little biology for the day. But
oh my gosh.
You should not have looked at that because that was a bone for real.
Oh my gosh.
That was a bone for real.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
Can you tell who's pre-med?
Oh.
But yeah, that's kind of how it works. But you have to get it from a donor, which I'm like, it's crazy because I'm like, I don't know.
Whenever I hear torn, I always just think like stretched a little, like when you tear your hamstring, you can't tear it, you just a little stretched, overstretched. That was torn.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Torn.
See, she needs to stop looking things up. I don't know why she did that when I could have explained it. But no, I guess he was saying like he had so much pain in his knee, he had no more cartilage, which is terrible because your bones just rub together.
Rubbing against
and
each
I
other.
know that hurts.
And that's the thing, like it's day-to-day life. It's not just like, on the court. Could he even walk?
That's why I'm like,
he was going on world tours with his girl, so
hey, I support that. I support that relationship. That's my favorite one.
Wait a minute.
That's my favorite one.
Wait a minute.
Because, Miss Nikki Baby and her friend, whatever. Whatever.
Let's not say too much on air. I think he had 13 points. I'm happy for Lonzo. I have no beef against him. Everybody was against how he started. I was too. LeVar was loud, but they got in the league. He did his job. They got in the league. Lonzo, I'm proud of you. Take it easy, though.
Please, because my thing is I'm like, how does your knee feel now? Because I'm like,
does your body regrow and attach to it?
I don't
staples and incisions and
I don't know. And I'm like, what happens? Are you more susceptible to injury? I'm like, how maintainable really is this?
That's good to know.
I don't know. I hope he does well and he has a great season and he gets what he wants out of it.
Yeah.
But I'm very concerned because I'm like, knees are nothing to play about.
At all. We've literally seen with J.K. Dobbins, Rashad Bateman, you tear your ACL, it's so easy to do it again.
Literally.
Max Williams just
did he swear both? Yes.
Both. That's insane. You have to get double ACL surgery. It's so easy to do it again.
And he still didn't want to give it up. So I'm like, listen, y'all, we gotta learn when to let go. Clearly that family.
Got the best doctors.
I think it's that family. They just don't know how to let it go.
Well, I wonder what does LiAngelo do because I
thought he was still a free agent.
Yeah, but he's not getting no money. You don't get paid.
Yeah, well, no. I feel that's a whole different topic. I feel bad for him because there's no reason he shouldn't have been in the league. I'm sorry. I don't feel like because listen, the Charlotte Hornets, the way be so familiar. Literally, there's proof of that man beating his wife and his kid.
Oh, you're talking about Miles Bridges?
Yes.
Oh, he shouldn't be in the league.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. You can't sit here and be like, oh, this is one evil this. And that man was young. I'm sorry.
1,000%.
That man was young and he took something. He got caught. He did his time. And you guys said, oh, no, we're just going to keep you.
Yeah, I do understand, you need to set an example. But that's the example. Then Miles Bridges should be under the jail.
Literally. He should have never been able to come back.
There's so many other people that have put their hands on their wives and their...
Literally, they don't care. That's why everybody was like, when RJ Hampton just had that little thing about,
Mm-hmm.
But they said, they should just, Charlotte.
Yeah, and I love that joke because you're a shitty organization.
Literally.
President, coach, head, whatever, owner, all of y'all.
And no offense, all the teammates too, because y'all be welcoming him back with open arms. I'm like, you would be no friend of mine. Literally. What do you mean?
On the court, I'll pass you the ball, and as soon as we're off, you put your hands on who?
It's crazy.
It don't matter if it's not your wife. It don't matter.
And your son or your child had to sit there and told someone. That's insane.
And the fact there's other cases, I can't even remember. I feel like I'm crossed out of my brain, but it just makes me sick.
Ooh, that can get me heated, but let me digress.
That's why I feel like, I don't know. I agree, Lonzo or whatever. Jello should be, but I don't know. He had his time and then...
I feel bad for him. I do feel bad.
Yeah, I do feel like this one mistake kind of hung over his entire career.
That's why I'm like, at some point, it's like you keep him in the G League so long, no offense, I'm going to be like, it don't even matter no more.
That's why, didn't he go overseas?
I think so.
For a little bit. That's why I understand why Melo started overseas.
Yeah.
We were like, for going college, I was shocked. But hey, his route worked.
Bruh, if you watch Ball in the Family, I was like, they all gonna be bums.
I said, what do you mean you're not going to college?
Literally.
Also, I think Melo would have carried in college.
He said he would have went here.
Melo would have had, come on. He would have went crazy. He would have been having fun.
Trust. But if Melo went here, I would have been in the front row every game. I would have been helping him take down everything, put it back up. I don't know, over on the sidelines, doing
Student
water.
manager.
Like,
But I understand, like, he needed real comp against grown men.
and he did, because
It
they
helped.
played crazy.
Yeah.
And he wanted to fight so bad, but it got him where
Alas.
he needed to go.
Speaking of fight, USC, if y'all don't win this weekend, I'm gonna make an account and post every day. Start Jaden every day. I don't care.
Literally, I'm going to gather the student section, and at the next home game, we're cheering to put
Like
Jaden.
I will print out things and put it on the chairs.
Literally.
Hold this sign up, please.
Literally.
I'll create a side chat account.
I'm telling you, everyone's gonna sign a petition. Like, there is no way we're gonna have to suffer.
This is week 7. Well, we had a bye week, so I guess 8. Because we're 3-3, so this would be our 7th game. But
Yeah.
so week 8, right? Miller, look, this is your last chance.
Yeah.
From me, last chance. If you don't beat this 3-3 Maryland team, you're done.
Literally.
You're done.
Literally.
You're
Our
done.
kicker. If I catch you missing kicks at this game,
Even one.
It's you're
over.
gonna have to see me. You're gonna have to see me, and I'm going to make sure Dennis is on the field, because there's no way. There is no way we brought you here. Like, you got a scholarship and they took it from Dennis.
From
There's
the
no
portal.
way. There's no way. I'm so disappointed. I'm so excited to watch, because I'm hoping, like, they look a little better. I'm not that excited.
I'm excited because Maryland is 3-3, and this should be our first Big Ten win on the road.
I'm praying that we see our wide receivers show up. I'm praying to God. Please, 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 because y'all have been so absent.
Jacoby, this is your time to shine again.
Literally.
Makai, keep cooking.
Dudes, come on, let's get these limbs together. They can fly all over the place. Like,
Literally.
please. You're too
And
tall
give
to
Woody
do
a
it.
break. Damn.
Woody, please go sit down.
He's tired.
Literally.
Quentin clearly can carry the load. Give Woody
Yeah.
a break. Anyways, we'll see y'all next week. Tuesday for sure. We'll see you.
In our regular spot.
Please, God, please.
But
That was Take Her Mic Away, and we'll see you soon.